Hi, I am Sharon Eisner, presentation coach, and we are looking at the Sharon Eisner Stellar Speaking Program. The purpose of this program is to help you feel more confident and to help you look more confident as well. Last time we talked about space. This time we're talking about time. When we know how to use time, we do two things. We feel more confident, we can be more deliberate about what we say, and we're perceived as more confident. I want to show you how to do it wrong, okay? As always, very important to know how to do it wrong. So remember Sarah, who is very closed off. Well, let's say Sarah learned from S and now she's taking up space, but she's not taking up time. So she speaks like this, right? It's her turn. She comes from the wings. She comes in and she says, "Hey, I'm Sarah, and so I'm really happy to be here. I'm from Winston-Salem. I'm 17 years old, and I really want to major in broadcast journalism." What's happening here, Sarah? You seem delightful, but you're really rushing. The message that you're sending when you rush is that, I know you're super busy, you've got all these things to do, but just pay attention for one little tiny second. I know I'm just like a little cockroach on the earth, but if you just pay attention for 1 second, please, 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 right? That's not what you want to do. Let's watch Sarah come back and do it a little differently. She walks up. It's her time to talk. People are quiet and listening. And what does Sarah do? She pauses. She looks around, she smiles, and then she begins. Why? Because that is a sign of being comfortable in your space, instead of rushing up and talking. So Sarah has begun to talk, and she's doing two things. She's watching her pace, the rate of her words. She's also using pauses and silences. So when Sarah speaks and she takes her time, she sends out a message. I'm worth hearing. I'm worth listening to. You can sit there and wait for me to finish because I have something important to say. Great. So let's use pauses and silences. We'll hear you. You can talk like Charlie Brown's teacher, wah, 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 right? You can just go on and on and on and on, and we'll hear you. But it won't go into our long-term memory. And it won't resonate for us. It won't hit us where we live. We need time to digest. So I want to show you the difference between saying something with pausing and without pausing, okay? So let's say you ask me a question. You say, "Sharon, tell me, what is your favorite color?" And I say, "Ooh, I have a lot of favorite colors. I like wine, hunter green, plum. I tend to like earth colors." Boom, it's gone. What are you going to remember? If you remember anything, you'll remember a lump, right? I want you to remember specifics. So may I do that again with pauses and silences? You say to me, "Sharon, tell me your favorite color." I say to you, "Good question. I tend to like earth colors." Pause. Let it sink in, right? Let it sink in. Now I say, "I really like wine. Plum, hunter green. I tend to like very down-to-earth, non-loud colors." What am I doing? When I pause, I allow you to digest the word. And even if I give a whole big, sentence or paragraph and I pause, your brain is allowed to digest what I just said. Pauses and silences can make words resonate, can give them power. I'm going to give you an example of saying something without silence versus saying something with silence, okay? So you just gave a presentation. It was good, I liked it, right? You just gave a presentation. You did your best. And I come up to you and I say, "That was excellent. You did a really good job. I was moved. It was very interesting. It was very compelling." Good. Okay, you're happy. It was all kind of lightweight, right? Nothing particularly weighty, nothing particularly memorable. I'm going to try that again. And I'm going to deliberately use pausing and silence. I'm going to deliberately have a silence in there. And I want you to see what happens when you listen. Your speech was interesting. It was compelling. It was moving. I was inspired. What happens? You're waiting for that word. She was what? What's she going to say? When the word lands, a little silence before, a little silence after, it resonates, inspired, 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 and it resonates in your brain. So use that when you're speaking. Allow the most important words time to resonate. Don't rush, because that's playing small. That's time, the second technique of our stellar system. Tune in next time for energy.